Well, so great to have you here in person tonight, online, or when you watch this later as Dave and Ange share this recording with you. My name is Vanessa,
And I'm Andrew.
and we live here on the Gold Coast, and that's how we got to know Ange and Dave via the what we call OG,
Yes.
original, like out here from the coast, Sue Ducks, who you'll hear her story in a moment. But we're brand partners with Lifewave, and we cannot wait to introduce you again because some of you will see this video literally straight after you've met Dave and Ange. The thing you'll know as soon as you meet them or know them, you're going to feel they're trustworthy. You're going to
Absolutely.
feel they love people. Their heart is to help. And for the last 2 years, we've had the privilege of partnering with them on mission in this company called Lifewave, which they are going to share about in a moment. But they are standout leaders on our team. They are loved across ANZ
They
and
are.
beyond that now. And they are really part of a growing movement of light workers and light carriers that are on mission to reach humanity with hope and health. And so they're going to present to you tonight, but we just want to personally celebrate this like a relaunch because now what they're doing is they're
Absolutely.
really going global with their impact.
They're a stellar couple and they're a lot of fun. So they are the types of people you want to be doing this with. I mean, they're in Bali right now. Amazing. So it is such a privilege to be on team with you guys and running with this incredible mission to get this to 1 billion homes around the world and see people's lives change. So we're excited for the future of what you're building and to be a part of it.
So they're going to share about what is the technology, what is this company, where did it come from, the dream that the inventor had in his heart, and then literally like how to partner with them for your health or really for this opportunity to join them on mission. And so we're going to hand it over to both of you. And again, just honored to be on team with you.
Amazing. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And yes, it is our official relaunch. We have been great friends with Sue for 10 years. So I really want to pay my respects. And David and I are forever grateful to Sue for introducing us to this little patch because it's quite literally changed our life. So we're going to talk to you more about this. But this is my amazing husband, David. Most of you know him for a long time. We've been married for 26 years now. We've got 2 kids, grown-up children. We teach yoga on the Gold Coast. We try to live a healthy and abundant life, and this is just an extension of that. It's been a great journey for us with our own health, and we'll talk more about that as the presentation goes on. However, today we really want to talk to you about Lifewave and how it has impacted our life and how it could potentially change your life, whether it's just for your own health or whether it's for you to potentially look at it from a business perspective, or maybe you just want to share it with your friends and your loved ones. So there's no obligation as such, but it's really just the curiosity that you had in your heart when we sent you that message to say, please come to our relaunch. But I'll hand over the mic to David because, David's got a lot to share with his own health journey. And so for him, it was his needs and his health urgency that made us put this patch on him. So perhaps just introduce.
Yeah. Hey, guys. For those of you who know me, I'm Dave. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dave. As Angie said, first of all, want to thank Sue Ducks. Sue Ducks has, yes, she's been a friend of ours for 10 years, but almost 2 years ago, about 22 months ago now, Sue rang Ange and said, I've got something for you, and I think it's going to help Dave. And we went to a small presentation. It was a presentation very much like the one we're going to give you guys today, but it was in person. And so we went to this event, and I was the most skeptical person in the world. I've got to put my hand up and say that I was. We got a few patches, went home, and here we are 21, almost 22 months later. And for those of you who know my health journey, you know it's been long and troublesome and involved. For those of you who don't know my journey, one day I'll share it with you guys as well in a more personal space. But this little patch, this little tiny sticker, as I thought it was, a Band-Aid, has literally made a great deal of difference to us. And when we welcome in new technologies and when we welcome in the opportunity to have hope and health, sometimes that can lead to great things.
Amazing. So maybe we'll put the presentation on now and then we can take you through, because sometimes we can learn much more easily through the visual PowerPoint presentation, but not to take away from what we want to tell you and what we want to share to you from our own perspective. So the question is, have you been patched? And a lot of you on this Zoom tonight have been patched and a lot of you haven't. So, and for those of you, that's the question. We're talking about elevation, we're talking about activation, and we're talking about regeneration.
Yeah, so this is the inventor, Mr. David Schmidt. David, he's the CEO of the company, he's the founder of the company, and he's the inventor of the X39 patch. He has over 200 patents, most of them in this health and wellness industry. He's a scientist, he's an inventor, and he specializes in age reversing. I'll say that again, age reversing. Yeah. In 2008, David turned his focus and his attention onto stem cell research. Before it was the buzzword, before peptides, before stem cells was a buzzword, he knew that this was the future. He spent over 10 years involved in it, and he spent over $4.5 million at that time of his own money bringing this amazing product to market.
So he has over 200 patents, and in fact, our patches are fully patented. So the X39 has a patent on it, and if anybody knows anything about this process, it is a long, arduous process of testing and retesting. And so X39 is the 39th version of his vision to create an age reversing patch. And he brought it to market about 5 years ago, and the patent has another 15 years on it. So, you know, to bring something to patent, you need to be able to show your workings and trial it and prove that it works. And so we have this patented patch that nobody else has. And, you know, he can prove that it improves your stamina, that it increases your energy and your focus, it elevates your collagen, and it improves wound healing. So it's an amazing activation stem cell therapy patch. Think of it like that.
Yeah. So why this patch? And as Angie's just mentioned there, a couple of things. The stem cells make up every part, every organ in your body. Yeah, from your skin to your heart to your liver to your kidneys. Everything is stem cells. And as you age, your stem cells become a little bit dormant. So when you're young, you break your arm when you're 4 years old, you're back on the monkey bars in a few weeks. When you're 75 years old, you break your arm, there's no more monkey bars. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it. At 30, you've only got half of your active stem cells. They're still there, they're just not active. And as you can see there at 60, you've only got about 10% of your stem cells which are active. So to activate that healing mechanism inside you so that your own body can do its own healing, that's what's exciting.
How does it work? So it is a proprietary form of phototherapy. It's a patented nanocrystal technology. So there is no drugs. This is not a pharmaceutical medicine. It is a device, and we call it a regenerative device, an activation of your own body's infrared light. And it's non-transdermal. There's nothing going into your skin. There's no activation within the skin. It is simply creating a mirror effect on your body. And that effect allows those rejuvenation and regenerative properties to start to wake up. It's non-invasive with no side effects. And it simply is reflecting your own body's light to activate the patch.
So what are the benefits of X39? Apart from waking up that copper peptide in your body we saw on the other slide there, that is going to increase your active stem cells. And what's that going to do for you? It's going to increase your strength, It's going to reduce inflammation in your body. And if you know anything about health and the physical body, reducing inflammation is a key to finding health and well-being. Increase stamina, energy and vitality. I can definitely vouch for that. Mental clarity. I mean, who doesn't get brain fog? And I was definitely one of those. And the mental clarity side of things has changed me forever. Restored muscle and skeletal condition, improved sleep. That is the big one that most people that we introduce to this product find. It improves your sleep. The sleep gets deeper, and that's where we heal. Yeah, that's where you heal, is when you get into that beautiful deep sleep. And improves skin appearance, because activating that peptide gets collagen moving in your body, and that's going to make us the skin appearance look better, but also the collagen runs through your whole body. So your whole body is going to end up as healthy as your skin.
So it's going to help you achieve optimal health. So thank you. The long-term results. So this is what we can show definitively, that 4,000 genes begin to reset in that first month of wearing a patch. Your brain becomes more balanced. Your collagen increases. And like David said, it's really important. Yes, from a vanity physical perspective, we need collagen and we need that for skin growth. However, our heart is made of collagen. The valves that come out of our heart are made from collagen. The fascia is made from collagen. So all of these things are happening on the inside as well. But the one very exciting thing that I love is that we can actually show that your heart reverses in age. So we're not anti-aging, we're actually age reversing. And that's something that David Schmidt, the CEO and the inventor of X39, that was his original intention. And he's achieved that through X39.
If I could just throw something in there as well, that little quote there, the brain becomes more balanced. For me, the physical part of what I needed was amazing, but my mind, my brain coming into balance, coming into coherence, that is something which I'll be forever grateful for.
Yes, I've got my husband back, version 2.0.
As you can see here, this is the topography map. So this is showing us inflammation. So the red stuff you can see on these 3 different little slides here is inflammation. So this is a 77-year-old woman, and she was wearing X39 on the back of her neck, where most of us wear it. And session 1, so she hadn't started with X39 yet. You can see the inflammation there, lots of red, and she had a lack of brain coherence. Yeah. So session 2, which is only 3 weeks using the X39, 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So put it on in the morning, take it off in the evening. You can see the inflammation is pretty much gone. Yeah. So your brain coherence is going to start to come together again. In session 3, she's been 6 weeks on the X39. And things have completely turned around. Better brain coherence. And it can be noted, as it says down there, when she came in, her brain was hyperactive. Her brain calmed down dramatically at the second visit. And after wearing the patch for 3 weeks, her brain remained calm. And that, I don't know about you, that's what I think we all need.
How to wear it. So we simply wear it for 12 hours on and off. And as you guys know, we're in Bali right now. So we just wanted to show you the jungle behind, but I actually had a massage, because that's what you do. You go to a yoga class and you go to a massage, and she massaged it. My patch didn't fall off the back of my neck, but I put it here, the same patch on the inside of my wrist, just to show you, because it's a little bit easier to see it. But it literally can be worn in the ocean during a yoga class. You know, some people wear it in different places, but it just by simply wearing it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off, to give your body that break so that you can rest and repair and rejuvenate, because we know that our sleep is the most powerful time for our body to fully restore itself. And wearing it during the day, you know, we're kind of elevating everything, getting that energy. And so because we're more active, I really feel after 22 months of wearing the patch that energy that I've got during the day just allows me then to really sleep well, because I've been so active during the day, more active than I was, for sure.
Definitely. And testimonials of X39 are emotional and they're life-changing. And we have a few testimonials to share with you guys. We can give our testimonials if you like, but it's lovely to hear from other people as well, whether they're friends of ours from Australia or whether they're people from other parts of the world, listening to what has happened with them once they've started to open up and welcome in their own body's ability to start healing itself.
So I think Vanessa was going to put on a video of some testimonies. And while she's doing that, I'll just speak on my behalf. For me personally, I'm 50. And it's been an amazing, like when I talk about menopause, it's just it doesn't exist for me. My menstrual cycle is actually as regular as I was ever. And I don't have the mood swings. I don't have that fogginess, the night sweats, all the things that are negative around this part of our life, which is a very special time of our life, to acknowledge that. But it's been life-changing for me. So I think Vanessa's got that video ready to go. Thank you, beautiful.
We love this product. You know, this has changed our family's life.
This X39 had to be something special.
Our son, who developed early stage leukemia about 3 years ago, he went from being bedridden to actually playing Division 2 rep basketball this year.
I caught a virus that attacked the brain. It left me totally powerless in every sense of the word. It was really a hard life. X39 literally exploded in my body, and I was able to think again. I had a brain.
I have had diagnosis of endometriosis in my bladder, suffering from chronic UTIs from probably the age of 14. My nana put a couple of patches on me one day and my pain was just gone instantly. And I have had recurring menstruating cycles with no UTIs and no pain. It has helped immensely with my anxiety. I sleep better.
A few months ago, I got diagnosed with a blood sugar level of 117. If I continued the way I was, I'd be on kidney dialysis and possibly die. I started using the X39 along with SB6. So come down from 117 to 60.
I had a pain in my bottom for 11 months that nothing helped. I had tried all the essential oils known to mankind. So it was miraculous that I met up with Vanessa at the markets on the Gold Coast, and she gave me a patch and said, pop off to the bathroom and put this on your bottom and see what happens. Guys, in 20 minutes, all the pain had left my body. Like, this was total life-changing.
I played a lot of rugby when I was younger. I had 2 shoulder reconstructions. 2.5 years I've been battling with that. Just 3.5 weeks after wearing this patch, and I wasn't expecting this. It completely blindsided me.
The biggest thing I noticed, the menopause. So the brain fog, hot flushes, the sleep. That was a big thing for me. And I didn't actually realize how bad it was until all of a sudden the brain fog lifted. I'm not as tired. I can go through the whole day.
I used to have migraines, very bad. You know, I couldn't do anything but sleep. I have started using the Lifewave X39 patch. It saved me. It's saved me. A big thing I've noticed is mental clarity. I can think clearly. I can do stuff.
We basically have a daughter who had 3 major brain traumas. After 6 weeks of patching the X39 on her body and her brain, it was like we got our daughter back.
I got energy after like my 6th or 7th day, and even my brain fog that I had from COVID, ADHD, my central nervous system. It's been a game changer for me.
Since I was a kid, I have had a sharp pain in my lower back, and they've never actually been able to tell me what it is. I started wearing the patches. I noticed after about a week that it was less. I wasn't wiggling as much. I wasn't taking as many anti-inflammatories or pain relief. It's been a month now and it's basically gone. My sleeps are definitely better, a lot more energy. I mean, it's been over 30 years since I've had it. Different person now.
I noticed a difference almost immediately. As soon as I started wearing X39, the neuropathy in my feet dramatically reduced.
I had a car accident, so I suffered concussion. So after 4 months of concussion, I said, screw this, I've got to try these X39s. Bang. Suddenly, what the hell, I can think, I'm clear. So suddenly I'm operating back at my normal speed, which is flat out. What a difference.
Literally 12 months, I patched and didn't tell a single soul. Can I just let you all know, Don't do that. And then I saw the results in my body. My wife started patching, saw results in the first week. This works. There are thousands of people in 75 countries all over the world being helped by this technology. This product gives hope.
So we're forever grateful for this product. We think everybody should be using this.
For us, we would have done it just to get our daughter back in that way.
Hey guys, I just like to lean in there and just say something to that, and that I love watching that, and I love hearing all those different stories. And we're hearing things from, I had results in 20 minutes. I had results in 3 weeks. I'm one of those ones who had results 2.5 months. Everybody's body is different. And the big word here is regenerative. And your body is going to regenerate at its own pace, and it's going to have its own health hierarchy. And that's what I love about this. It's your body healing itself.
Love it. Thank you. I love that video. It's so inspiring. And to hear a small child with leukemia have some newfound health and hope is just so inspiring to me, because that's our future, our children. So give this time, or you just said that.
I did say give this time. So some people, I'll just read this out. Some people it's within 1 to 7 days. Almost everybody is within 30 days. And the little tracker you can see there on the right-hand side of the screen is a great way for us to notice what we don't notice. And I know that I've had conversations with people, 30 days into them patching, and you ask the question, how are things going? How do you feel? And sometimes they're like, oh, I don't think I notice anything. But then we get chatting about whether it's sleep or brain fog or clarity or energy, and then they start to realize. So the health benefits tracker is a great way for you to literally track your own health and track those little tiny signs that maybe we don't notice. Yeah. Here's some great slides on, you can just see before and afters here. And the bottom left-hand side excites me a lot. And we see a lot of this testimonial where people have surgery, they use the patch before and after surgery. And we have so many testimonials where people go back to their surgeon 1, 2, 3 weeks after, wherever that first meeting is after surgery. And the surgeon's scratching their head going, wow, this is amazing. I don't see healing like this.
This is Sue Dux. Look at her in 2022 and now 2025. I mean, she's a great grandmother. So, she's looking pretty hot. And by all accounts, her husband's, feeling good too. So they've actually got a new renewed lease on life. And I love that I've got a really good friend that I'm in business with who I can actually see the change. I mean, I've known her for 10 years. So I've seen phenomenal change. And look at that smile. Love that lady. And some more amazing images. Look at the lady with the curved back to straight and aligned. I mean, that is quite phenomenal. People with, accidents, and, I've seen it with my own, in my own family, where my daughter's rolled her ankle and we've just patched the ankle, and then 3 days later she's walking on it again after a rolled ankle. So, to see the images is very powerful. So this is where.
So this is the site. So this is it info. If you're the sort of person who likes to do big, deep dives into things, check out the patents, have a look at more testimonials, check out before and afters, have a look at how it works, etc. This is the place to go to. This is itinfo.com. And there is many, many different links and many hours of information there for you if that's what you'd like to do.
So to talk a little bit of the business of the company Lifewave, it's a 20-plus-year-old company. And we're in 75 plus countries, probably over 100 by now. And you can see the trajectory from 2021 when the X39 was introduced to 2025, we're pushing to $1 billion company. Now that speaks volumes to the efficacy of X39. Obviously, something that works is going to sell, and the sales figures are going to reflect that. So this is what you can see if you're a numbers person.
Now, Lifewave is now ranked. We are #1 for momentum. Now, we are the fastest growing company in the direct sales space on the planet, bar none. This is the space that I want to be in. Yeah. The expected revenue, as you can see, is climbing up, 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 up. And I love that. That last slide that Angie was just going through, as a bloke who used to be in, I was a businessman, as it were, to see something climb from such a low base up that $300 million in 1 year, you can always think maybe they introduced a new product and maybe it just went boom and they marketed it properly. But have a look at the backup sales year on year on year. And we're going to go for $1 billion, I reckon, this year.
That's US too, by the way.
That's US money.
So if I could just speak into that last slide, is that at the end of the day, we've been in direct sales now for 12 years. Prior to that, we were in the bricks and mortar space. We had a lease, we had staff, we had forklifts, we had trucks, we had it all, right? It was full on. And for the last 12 years, we've had the capacity to run our business from anywhere around the world. And this is just an extension of that. And I'm so privileged to be part of a $180 billion worldwide industry. Overall, globally, direct sales businesses are in that sphere. So it's very exciting.
And have a look at this, guys. Lifewave wins the 2025 Biotech Breakthrough Awards. It's phenomenal. Thousands of nominations for over 15 different countries, and Lifewave wins it, and they won it outstandingly. Yeah. And the mission of the annual Biotech Breakthrough Awards program is to conduct the industry's most comprehensive analysis and the evaluation of the world's top companies, solutions, and the products in life sciences and the biotech markets. I mean, goodness me, that says it all. It's phenomenal.
So this is really this. Pin your eyes to this, guys, because this is about you. This is not about me or David trying to sell you something. This is about you deciding what's important in your life. So, for us, these are really important, crucial things. And family time is epic. For the last 12 years, we've been able to turn up to our kids' sports games and all of the things. We've never had to say, no, I can't, because my boss said I couldn't leave. We are our own boss. And that was a big factor. I love the fact that, I have security. Like, this is a secure company to be involved with. I love to travel. We're going to do a lot more travel because our kids are now finished school. And so things are changing. We're in another chapter of life, and it's super exciting. And, for us as yoga teachers, health is everything. That is our #1, next to God and family is health. So for us, it's super important that we feel good, that we have the energy to do the things that we want to do. And of course, who doesn't want less debt? So if you're like thinking, I'd love to pay off my mortgage, I'd love to pay off my car, or I'd like to help my children buy a house, what would an extra $500 a month do for you? What would an extra $5,000 a month for you? What would an extra $50,000 a month do for you? These are all numbers that people in our business are earning right now. And we make no claims about that income. However, it is possible with the right intention.
Oh, here it is, the conventional business model versus the Lifewave business model. As Angie said, the bricks and mortar model, we've been through all that. There's always high startup costs. There's always massive capital that's got to go into conventional businesses. And with that comes risk. Obviously, the long hours and the fact that, it's trial and error. It's trial and error. Very, very rarely do you start a business from scratch and hit the ground running. And there's that limited earning potential. Yeah, there's always that ceiling. Now, with something like a Lifewave business, the startup costs are very, very minimal. There's zero risk. When you start your company, you get product. So there's zero risk. You make your own schedule. You can run with this company 1,000 miles an hour, or you can stroll along and just do it in your own time. And it's a proven system. It's been around for 20 years now, this company, and the system that runs the company has been around for 20 years. And there literally is an unlimited earning potential. I did have someone say to me recently, oh, is it a pyramid scheme? And I said, no, pyramid scheme is the bloke at the top always earns money, more money than the bloke at the bottom. But in this business, if you put in the effort and you put in the work, you'll earn more money than the man at the top.
All right. Opportunity happens by creating solutions. So, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people talk about stem cells. And so there's a lot of ways to activate stem cells. There's a lot of people who are struggling with health issues, and we have that solution. And it's a wearable device. It's a technological company. It's an income generating business, if that's where you want to take it. But you're activating your stem cells. So we have the solution for most people's health issues, because stem cells are the healing cell.
And it is a duplicatable system. So this is duplicatable. We're here giving you this presentation. There's no reason why anybody can't do the same thing as what we're doing. The product speaks for itself. The business is proven and duplicatable, and you can duplicate your efforts by teaching someone else how to do this. You can help them, and through helping them, you help yourself.
So this is how to get started. This is where I actually wear my patch, just so you know. I usually wear mine on the back of my neck. But we're talking about, if you want to join the Lifewave, whether it's just for yourself, for your own health, or whether you're looking to invest into something new that could be an income generating revenue, this is how you start. So you can become a brand partner simply by deciding where you want to be, whether you want to come in at core, advanced, advanced plus, or premium. When we talk sleeves, we're talking about one of these, and one sleeve has 30 of these guys in it. So 30 days worth of patches. So each sleeve is for 1 month, because you're wearing a fresh patch every day. And when you're looking at the premium, you're going to pay the least amount, and you're going to get 20 of these. So that's 20 months worth of X39. And then you can see your advanced plus is 11. You've got 6 in the advanced, and you've got 3 in the core. You can also join as a customer and purchase by the month as well now. So that's it, guys. We're going to stop the recording in a minute, and then we're going to open up the floor for questions and answers. And so no question is silly. We would just love to share this product with you. We just want to share our vision, because we want our kids to be healthy and happy. We want to make sure that we're healthy and happy so that we can be of more service. That's the why. So thank you so much to everybody for coming on today. And thank you, Vanessa and Andrew, for hosting us tonight and being amazing in the background there with all of those slides and the recording and everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to you, Dave and Ange, for again just letting this impact move even further. And when people, just to remind people, when they do choose to purchase, whether you're patching, sharing, or wanting to really partner, you have got the best of the best. And so you are going to love that journey, and they will support you the whole way. And to your entire team that is growing constantly, we're just so proud to be partnering with you in these ways. And to Sue, for your yes to your curiosity early on, it all began with your yes. So thanks for being on tonight. We'll stop the recording and circle back with Ange and Dave.